There's finally an AI agent that goes beyond just pretending to work like a human online. It actually functions like one. rtrvr.ai doesn't operate on some cloud server simulating human behavior. It becomes an extension of you. It resides in your browser, seeing exactly what you see, using your real login, and navigating the web like an invisible presence. No CAPTCHAs, no blocks, no delays. It fills out forms, scrapes data, clicks buttons, and hops between tabs all at once. And websites have no idea it's not you. It doesn't rely on screenshots or inaccurate guesswork. It reads the actual code of the page and operates with pinpoint accuracy. If every other agent feels like a clumsy assistant, this one feels like handing your keyboard over to something far more intelligent and watching it take charge. The first thing most power users notice is the Bring Your Own Key option. With a single click, you're guided through Google AI Studio, activating the free Gemini Flash tier, and seamlessly injecting the generated key into rtrvr.ai. From that moment, the agent taps into Google's multimodal power without costing you a penny. And if you want more, the paid tiers integrate smoothly without a hitch. Credits are affordable. The Illuminate benchmark run used about 4,000 credits, which cost around $40, averaging only 12 cents per task. Each credit represents a single action, one click, one scroll, or 10 rows scraped, so even heavy tasks stay cost-effective. Under the surface, rtrvr.ai steers clear of screenshots and computer vision pitfalls. It communicates directly with the document object model, reading the same clean HTML structure that a developer sees in their tools. Thanks to this, the agent can pinpoint buttons and fields with near-human certainty, close pop-ups that interrupt the page, and continue working even when languages change from English to Japanese. Tasks don't have to run in a strict order either. The extension fires up background tabs simultaneously, distributes subtasks among them, and merges the results back together. That's why speed numbers on Illuminate look so impressive. The entire benchmark suite averaged a task runtime of 0.9 minutes, roughly 7 times faster than browser useCloud, which clocked in at 6.35 minutes. OpenAI's Cloud User Assistant needed over 10 minutes, and Skyvern's remote variant took more than 20. Accuracy follows a similar trend. On Illuminate, rtrvr.ai topped out at an impressive 81.39%, well ahead of OpenAI's operator with a human helper, which reached 76.5%. and far beyond other autonomous agents that struggled in the mid-60s. Breaking down the score reveals more. For red-heavy tasks like scraping content, grabbing prices, or collecting profile data, rtrvr.ai scored 88.24%. For more complicated interactions, like posting comments or filling out multi-step forms, it scored 65.63%. This was still a clear victory compared to the next best contender, which only reached 46.6%. Even more telling are the failure rates. Only 3.39% of failures came from infrastructure issues like CAPTCHAs or blocks, while a massive 96.61% were caused by flaws in the agent's logic, problems that can be fixed through improved prompts and model adjustments. In other words, the environment doesn't slow the agent down. Any missteps are entirely within the team's control to resolve. Numbers are interesting, but a tool's value lies in how it tackles real-world tasks. One demonstration that's gaining traction shows rtrvr.ai handling 10 LinkedIn job applications at once. Background tabs spring to life, each correctly completing an application form with the right name, resume, and personalized message. Within minutes, every submission is done. Recruiters who once spent their evenings clicking Easy Apply can now start their coffee, hit Run, and watch the progress bar move while their caffeine brews. Another popular demonstration focuses on e-commerce research. You open an Amazon laptop search, instruct the agent to crawl the first page, and it collects titles, prices, ratings, and URLs directly into a new Google Sheet. If you prefer a neatly formatted summary, you can swap the sheet for a Google Doc, and the agent will compile everything into readable paragraphs. This same process applies to real estate scouting, stock analysis, or academic literature reviews. Anything living behind a browser tab can be integrated into a multi-step plan. Security experts often raise concerns about browser extensions, so rtrvr.ai's developers bypassed Chrome's powerful yet risky debugger permission. This decision prevents a whole category of exploits, ensuring corporate information teams stay relaxed. The agent runs locally, making it invisible to site owners who can't detect a headless browser running on a remote server. During Illuminate's trials, this local footprint proved invaluable. While competing cloud bots faltered on LinkedIn's bot wall, rtrvr.ai sailed through, reusing the signed-in session and parsing profiles with ease. The extension also supports user-defined functions, a sandbox for adding custom Python or JavaScript. You can have the agent ping an external API, access a private database, or trigger a Zapier action. The agent processes live web data through this function, enabling hybrid tasks, like finding a prospect's email on LinkedIn and automatically sending an email introduction. rtrvr.ai's Sheets integration deserves special mention. Paste a list of competitor URLs into a spreadsheet. Add a prompt to scrape pricing, headquarters, city, and latest funding, and hit go. rtrvr.ai opens each link in a hidden tab, extracts the relevant data, and writes new columns beside the original entries. Because each row operates in parallel tabs, the entire grid fills in minutes, not hours. Marketers have started using this feature for cold outreach campaigns, letting the agent scrape contact details, draft messages, and trigger mail merges, all without touching their usual SaaS stack. For users who spend most of their time in dashboards, rtrvr.ai goes further. A pre-configured workflow opens all the sites you list, scrapes metrics, and creates a web-based dashboard showing up-to-date charts or tables. One demonstration gathers thousands of product entries from a single scrollable page, bypassing language models and token limits by chunking the document object model. Then, it funnels everything into a dashboard, letting buyers filter by price, rating, or shipping speed. The benchmarks prove that rtrvr.ai outperforms its competition in speed and accuracy, but the real value shines in the little things. Hover menus sometimes trip up the agent due to the lack of a dedicated hover action, and aggressive scrolling can occasionally skip lazy loaded elements. However, these minor quirks are far less problematic than the issues faced by cloud agents. The team is already working on improvements, replacing Gemini Flash with the Smarter Pro model for tougher domains and refining drop-down logic. Since nearly all issues stem from the agent itself, each update meaningfully boosts success rates. Cost is another practical advantage. Credits purchased in $10 increments translate to over 1 million token moves, meaning heavy users rarely burn through their budget. Anyone with a modest workload can stick with the free Gemini Flash tier. During the Illuminate stress test, 323 tasks ran for only $40, less than the cost of a sandwich while waiting for slower agents to finish. Parallelism isn't just a buzzword, it solves the exponential failure problem that plagues lengthy web automations. When every step in a linear process carries even a tiny risk of failure, the success rate drops quickly. By splitting tasks across independent tabs, a misclick in one branch won't ruin the entire operation. rtrvr.ai's document object model-powered vision also reduces hallucinations. The agent doesn't guess at pixels, it reads concrete element identifiers, making tasks more stable. That's why write-intensive tasks, like filling out PDF forms, work so well. One demo saw the extension open a blank W-9 form, copy data from another tab, and automatically fill in the correct boxes, all without human intervention. Taxes may still sting, but at least the paperwork is on its way to completion. Community-created workflows amplify the ecosystem. Early adopters upload custom scripts, lead scraping playbooks, LinkedIn outreach loops, and Shopify inventory collectors to a public gallery. New users can click once to import and run them. No coding required, which speeds up learning and sharing. For teams, the sandboxed user function bridge ensures that sensitive tokens stay on employees' laptops, not on external servers. This design keeps compliance officers happy and improves security. While comparisons with other agents are inevitable, rtrvr.ai stands out in almost every area. Vision-first tools like OpenAI's Cloud Assistant depend on screenshots, making them prone to issues like randomly positioned cookie notices. Browser use. Cloud relies on synthetic mouse movements, but still struggles with enterprise single sign-on pages. Manus AI falters on Zillow searches, but rtrvr.ai solves it by gathering commute times from Google Maps in a secondary tab. Other projects rely on server-side rendering, which is often blocked by advertisers, but rtrvr.ai bypasses this problem with its local document object model-based approach. Midway through testing, Illuminate researchers locked their credit cards to avoid accidental purchases, highlighting how many tasks involve real money. rtrvr.ai's local sandbox reduces that risk by default. Unless you explicitly provide payment details, the agent won't submit them. When the agent needs to submit forms repeatedly, stored user configurations speed up the process. Fill in your standard name, email, and phone number once, and the agent will use this mini profile whenever it detects matching labels. The most important takeaway from Illuminate is that the agent's limitations are mainly intellectual, not environmental. Where a cloud bot sees a wall of bot detection, rtrvr.ai sees a regular page element. Where a vision system gets stuck under a pop-up, rtrvr.ai finds and clicks the close button, moving forward. Failures are almost always caused by reasoning through a strange layout, choosing the right tool, or handling a tricky dropdown, issues that can be solved with better prompting and model tweaks. That focus on intellectual challenges gives the development roadmap clear direction, resulting in smarter planning, richer toolkits, and possibly that long-awaited hover action. So if your workflow still involves jumping between sheets, docs, and various dashboards, you now have a solution. Hand those tasks over to a local sidekick that is faster than cloud rivals, nearly as accurate as human-assisted operators, and cheap enough to run on pocket change. Install the extension, add your Gemini key, and let the tabs fly. You'll find that those endless nights of copy-pasting are suddenly shorter than your coffee break.